applied for the job, I wanted to work for, you know, I guess the movie business or whatever, right? But I couldn't deal with the multiplexes. I couldn't deal with the big chains. So I came here to the Senator because it was the only independent theater that I could think of at the time.
I think, from what I understand, the history of these neighborhood theaters that was sort of the thing. It was a community meeting place, and they would get involved with the community. And so we still try to keep that up, whatever way we can, whatever opportunities we can.
I do like that it's disorganized. I like that because it gives us leeway. It like we can get away with stuff that we couldn't if it wasn't like not privately owned.
I really like people and I like my job. I have a lot of fun with the people who come up and buy tickets.
I got to know the history of the Senator as I worked here. I found out, I remember when I first got hired, they told me that it was built in 1939.
It was just this place. I think I worked here for probably 2 or 3 years before it really dawned on me that it was a movie theater. It's sort of this magical place.
Most of the clientele, most of the patrons, the movie patrons that we get here at the theater, they are pretty much senior citizens who used to come to this theater when they were so young before, you know. And they say, oh, it's a wonderful place, nothing's changed, I love it so much. And so I just think that's just so cool, I don't know.
Well, you know, the Senator is the poster child, really, for independent Main Street movie houses across the nation. We've been singled out by the National Trust for Historic Preservation in terms of, and been put on the 11 most endangered list, as a way of making the point that it's theaters like this that have a multifaceted impact on the communities in which they're located. They're economic development generators, they're traffic generators, they bring cultural life to the community. We do fundraisers here, and we've raised millions and millions over the years for many, many area nonprofits. We host premieres here at the Senator, which bring movie stars in and often showcase films made in Maryland.
Premieres, they always start in different ways. For instance, some years ago, it was probably late 90s, we got a call from a mom, and she told us that her son was going to be in a movie, and they wanted to premiere the movie here. So we were like, okay. Well, her son happened to be Edward Norton. It was Edward Norton's first film. So that's how that one came about. Other times they'll have the film companies will call us directly, and they want to do something here, and they'll get it going. A recent one was Ladder 49. That was because they made the film here, and then they worked in conjunction with the fire department, and they helped set it up here. Why did they pick us? Because we're the coolest place in Baltimore for a premiere, and we're known now. I mean, we have the beautiful blocks out front with their signatures are in the cement. You know, the ambiance of coming in, the old-time walking on the red carpets coming in, the spotlights going. It's just the coolest place to have a premiere.
1939 also, that was when the big movies were coming out. Wizard of Oz came out, Gone with the Wind came out. It was a really big year. And so Senator pops up and you got to see all those wonderful movies here. And so it was a good year for the theater, a year for everybody. It was a very popular place. Actually, today it's still a popular place because of its strong history, because it has lasted since 1939.
This interview is being done just after we started a show with the Neighborhood Kids in Ed. We're doing a free show for Halloween. Frankly, my staff and I, we love doing stuff like that. The first-run movies and running an independent theater is just one darn thing after another in terms of challenges, stress, difficulty, fighting all the time to maintain our independence and get first-run films. So it's when we can sort of put that on hold and open the place up to a group of kids to come in here with their Halloween outfits on, get up on stage, get their moment in the spotlight. It's funny because we get thanked for doing stuff like that, but actually I think we get as much of a kick out of it as the kids that are coming in here. And so I think that having the availability of a facility like this to be able to do things that we're into personally, community-based events, I think that's the greatest joy.